Hello all and welcome back to Before We Leave. When last we were here, we had some, shall we say, trouble with the supply of tools. Now this is of course because our tool makers had not been built yet, and we had kind of overloaded the requests for tools by building a lot of other things at the same time, which might not have been the best idea in hindsight. Even so, I think today we are going to be focusing on getting tool production online properly, and then we will see where we go from there. I kind of think we're going to end up with this ship being repaired, which I think is our next logical step. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we still have the transmogrifier creating our tools, which is part of the reason why things have been going so slowly. I think as soon as these two buildings, let's see if we can up their priority, which will really go a long way towards helping, won't it? Let's see. Is this going to make that magic animation? No, not this time. No, not at all. Alright. I think just to make sure, let's do one more. Alright. So in looking at all of this, now that that's done building, I think we can remove that road. Yes, very good. Let's see. I think we have 1, 2, 3 tea fields and 1, 2, I think this is vegetable. Yeah, 3 tea field, 3 vegetables. Tea, the peeps will be drinking as is. Vegetables, I think, is used by the kitchen later, so I think let's place one more vegetable field. There we go. This is a nice little agriculture sector. Look, just to clarify, I am aware that you do not need to build all your fields around a well, of course. There's no requirement for that. The only thing that is fields do get a bonus of production speed plus 10% when they are built next to a well. But at the same time, they get that same bonus. Oh, no they do not. They get the same bonus by being next to a house. Being next to other fields gives them more storage, so they can keep working longer before they have to run off to deliver their goods. I think all of these are pretty good bonuses, but this well may as well have been a house, depending on what we need. But I have found that I have water shortages a bit later on in the game, so I tend to want to overproduce a little bit on water just to make sure that we don't run into any issues. Yep, there is some method to the madness. Ooh, would you look at that. Our iron smelter's finally online, and our tool maker as well. Fantastic. I'm so excited. We're finally not going to have to use the transmogrifier anymore. We're finally going to have our own supply of tools. This has a bit of a feel of the Anno games to it. I think I did mention this before. Getting tools set up is kind of also the first thing you do right after food in the Anno games, and it's always kind of feels like a real good milestone when you finally have your own tool production. You no longer have to import it. This transmogrifier is pretty much tool imports. Okay, so let's take a look at what else is happening. We have 3 warehouses that are going to be built in time as soon as the tools start becoming available. We do have a problem with workers, I notice, so I think it might be time for some more houses. Let's take a look. Where would be a good spot for more housing? I think one thing I've noticed is that houses are one of the few things that you can actually build either below or above on the highlands here. So I think it might be a good idea to try to use this upper area for some houses. Now, of course, having played a little bit, I know that later on you get a special kind of warehouse that is actually multi-tiered. So it can kind of go from this bottom spot and cover this top spot and have, I think, entrances on both sides, which is pretty useful. So I would not want to place any houses on these spots on the edge of the cliffs, because that is where those warehouses would fit quite nicely. Nearer to the inside of this, I'm thinking if we were to run down here, and perhaps we built some bridges. See, the bridges are becoming quite handy. Oh. Now look at how all of these blocks are addressed. We can place buildings on all of these blocks. That's pretty decent. At the same time, I mean, we might not want to place houses here, because any sort of industry, like let's see, mining, if we decide to start mining this iron, it's going to be polluting quite a lot around here. You wouldn't want houses to be in that radius, but I think these 3 blocks are pretty decent spaces for houses. I might be completely wrong, of course, and I might be really sorry eventually, but, you know, let's see how it works out. I think it'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that lovely glow. The sound of blacksmith's hammers on anvils. Ah, it's lovely. Sound of progress, sound of industry. Also in this game, unfortunately, the sound of a lot of pollution starting to stream out. You can kind of see it here, and if you're not careful, that ends up falling around everywhere and just mucking up the place. So much so that you have to get little worker dudes later with mops to walk through the streets and just try to clean everything up. Okay, let's take a look. Not enough workers. Yeah, we're getting to it. No peeps because no storage space. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that reminds me, our warehouses are more or less done now. So let's set this one to store all the raw materials, the stone and the iron. What is this? Oh, iron ore, that's really what I mean. Right. And then this one will set to store the finished product, so the iron and the tools, I guess. Warehouses work interestingly. They have a set amount of storage, like 120 in this case, and then the more items you add to the list, the more they have to subdivide that storage space between them. You can, I think there's a button where you can, you can kind of fine-tune that if you want. But usually I find it best to just limit which kinds of things you store where, and that'll usually balance it out pretty well. I think this warehouse, we may as well store potatoes, just so we can build up a bit of a stock of that. And I think, do we need anything else stored here? These warehouses I'm planning to use as kind of the import-export warehouses. I might build 1 or 2 more here later, because I do find that once you have ships going between islands and bringing all sorts of goods and taking all sorts of goods, it becomes kind of messy real quick, and you tend to find there's a bit of a problem with managing all of it. Let's see. Ooh, we can have nothing more until we set sail, so I think let's do that next. We're going to need some wood, some tools. Luckily we do have all of that available. we might just have to wait a while, which is not so bad. Now, while we wait for that, if we're going to be opening up a new island soon, I think it's a good idea for us to start naming our islands. I tend to be very bad at that in the sense that eventually I am running around this entire planet and all I have to work with in the menus are Island 1, Island 2, Island 3, and that's no fun, is it? Let's take a look. We can probably rename this whole island. Yes, we can. Let's see. Main place. Why not the LA? Planet 1. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I like it. Okay, let's see what's happening. Our ruined ship is very nearly done. Fantastic. Come on, build it, little peeps. This city's layout is... It's quite stressful to me, to be honest. I'm definitely going to have to work on it a bit. Luckily, it's very easy to move things around and change things as you need. It's not a big deal at all. Yeah, let's get a bridge over here. And then we can do exactly what I said I don't like doing, is to run a road next to, well, either a cliff or a coastline. That is so wasteful. I will definitely have to redesign this whole area in a little while. Maybe not right now. We just do not have a stock of tools built up yet. Let's see. Yeah, well, we do have some. It's not that bad. Finally, to be able to set out from this island. Major milestone. We still have a lot of building space here, but it will be good to get this second island up and running. I think eventually I would like to shift all my industries off to other islands. I kind of like the idea of keeping my main island free and clear, and just have it be, you know, a utopia. No pollution, if I can help it. No bad things, no ugly things. I like to keep it pretty. I think farms are still okay. They are very pretty in this game. Just to have like kind of an agricultural setup. Very nice. Okay, our ship is coming along nicely. Can't we repair it? Yes, well, we are doing so right now, aren't we? Oh, see, this is what I was afraid of. This elevator is becoming so busy. We are definitely going to have to take roads around so that people can, well, yeah, they cut through this forest here. Not all of them. Yeah, as soon as they figure out the road gives them access, they're going to be going around a bit. It's not so bad. Okay. Let's see. Not enough workers still. That's alright. Have those houses built? Yes, they have. We currently have no idle workers and 10 empty posts. That is very likely kind of a problem. We're definitely going to have to build some more houses. Let me see, I can probably get away with building some more houses here. If I Yep, 3 more houses here. That should make for a nice extra cluster. I do like the look of this game when your houses are built in these little clusters. I am wondering, these double barrel roads, they are not my favorite. If I were to delete this house, I can delete this piece of road and we can have something slightly better going on here. But of course, in order to address, to make these blocks buildable next to the cliff, we will need some roads in here anyway, and that'll probably involve removing this woodcutter. I'm not ready to do that quite yet. Ooh, our ship was so close to being done. Come on, you can do it. Just need some more food, water, tools. I like how the explorers here have to fill up the ship with all sorts of things that explorers need. It's very cool. Even water and some stone, some tools, some wood. Everything you'll need to settle a new island. So close. Alright, in the meantime, I think we are filling up with stone and with iron ore. We probably have a little bit more than we can realistically use at this point. Ooh, potatoes. Way too many potatoes. I wonder whether we should... But see, the thing about potatoes is as soon as you set up your new island, you tend to start exporting it. There we go. Ship complete. Silver heels. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now we can start exploring the world. How do you usually do this? How did explorers of old do this? Do you just pick a direction and go? Let's do that. Ah, look at how marvelous that is. Planet appears as you sail around. Oh, we're at the pole. Don't think we can settle there, or... Ooh, there we go. New kind of ancient technology. Ooh. It's the red science. This is promising. Let's see about clearing up this entire island. See how large it is, please. Bigger, bigger. Yes. Ooh. That's very nice. Oil. Ah, I like it. Of course, oil is kind of the next tier up. I think first, before we get to oil, we kind of need to get to sand. And to be able to make glass from it. So I'm thinking, while this island is very nice, we might have to keep searching for now. Let's head off in this direction. Oh wow, that's the direction of home. Sure, now let's just clear up this map. Ooh, what's this? Sunken ruins. I wonder what we will do with that. Another sunken ruins. Some mountains standing in the middle of the ocean. Let's see. Come on. We need a desert island. Anyone? Any candidates? No? I just absolutely love how the planet fills in while you sail around. Oh, kind of a smallish island, not really. An islet. Is this the other pole already? Yes, it is. No? No? Is it? I mean, I suppose it has to be. I wonder whether a planet can even generate without a desert island. I would guess no, since it's so necessary for advancement. We need glass. Come on. Oh, air shimmers from the heat. There we go. That's what we needed. Okay, let's see. Yes. Yes. You always want a little bit of fertile land with your deserts. Helps with fruit, because as far as I understand, the second island will always allow you to grow fruit, and your peeps kinda need that. Always eat your fruit, kids. Okay, come on. Oh, this is a nice big island. I like it. Going to be able to make tons of glass here. And it's not even that far from the home island, is it? It's right here. Ah. The more you know. Okay, so I think this is the one. Now we just need to decide where to settle. I kind of wanted in a position that's more or less easily accessible from the home island. That does seem to suggest this side. At the same time, I want to try to preserve as many as possible of these desert tiles. And also of the fertile tiles, of course, because, yeah, you really need all of it. Fertile tiles you need for fruit, desert tiles you need for sand mining and glass, and they really like to have empty space around them. So it's kind of a tough call where the best place to settle would be. What about... Yeah, at some point I'm just going to have to pick one. A place where there's a lot of sand that doesn't have a lot of empty spots next to it. Well, look, in the end we just have to pick one and be happy with it. I think being close to the mother island is a good way to go. Let's just do it. Yes, right there. There we go. Hey peeps. Ooh, we have the ruined spaceship on this island. That's always good. You don't want to go too long without finding that. So for now, we are going to be cutting down some trees. It's unfortunate that my building was rotated this way. I think I made a bit of a mistake there, but oh well. That's how it goes. So first things first, we were going to want to build some houses. Again, all of this design is just provisional. I am not willing to commit to any of this right now. I think here we will be able to cut that down. Yep, I'll need a school, definitely. And of course, most important thing, an explorer. I've completely cut myself off from that, haven't I? Wait, wait, wait. No, don't do that. Let us bring a road through here, and then we'll put the explorer on this tile. Much better. I get the feeling I'm going to be redesigning all my islands at some point. I am just not always happy with how they turn out, but yes, this is the one. There we go. It's a new day, a new settlement. Sun is shining, and we are ready to exploit a new island. Fantastic. What should we call this island, I wonder? It's going to be our desert island. Desert and fruit, oddly enough. Alright. Now, of course, on the desert island, people tend to get very hot when they walk, so when they go farther than about, I think, 7 tiles, they tend to get exhausted and they have to rest before they can work. Poor things. I think we can make clothing for them later to kind of fix that. Now, back at home island, the alley, let's see what we can do. At this point, if we want more peeps growth, we're going to have to get schools. Now, right now, we've got 8 idle workers, so I don't think that's super necessary. On the other hand, I suppose we may as well get the school and be done with it, so that we can control peep growth through placing more houses or not. Let's see, what would be a good place for the school? Yeah, I'm thinking demolish that. For some reason, I've taken to building my schools kind of near the cliffs and kind of backing into these little nooks and crannies of the cliffs. Something like this. But at the same time, now that I know about the warehouses, the multi-stepped tiered warehouses, I kind of don't want to do that because it's too useful to have warehouses edge onto these cliffs and have entrances both above and below. That's very useful to have, so every school that I build there is just gonna make it more difficult to have cool warehouses. I think maybe I should build my school somewhere else. There, next to the woodcutter is a bit odd. And of course that blocks off all movement. The blocking minigame, you know, keeping track of what you are blocking off is quite a big part of the puzzle here. It's almost the most intriguing part of this game, is trying to figure out how to efficiently use your land. Not always possible, but we do our best. Oh, we can see there's already pollution. Oh no, this is terrible. This is not good. Look at how black the grass is there. Oh, we're going to have to fix that soon. Okay, first things first. I think we have to build a library on our new island so we can use this new delicious red science. Let's do that. Over here we have 4 idle workers and 2 empty posts. Now that's just a slap in the face. Come on. So for now we are gathering the red science. And of course, as soon as we can get this library built, we can actually use it to research the next thing we need. One of the most important things, shipping. We do not have the science yet, of course. I think shipping is going to be the next thing that we can research. And there we have a pollution cleaner. I think the very next thing is going to have to be that pollution cleaner to save the whales. No, we have to save our main island from all of this nasty stuff. You seem to be done. No, not quite. Still some green research to be found on this island. After that we can delete that building, and then I think we can replace it with a pollution cleaner. Over here it's probably a wise decision to build a school as well, so we can slowly start building up the numbers of our peeps on this island. Where would be a good place for this? I mean, it can be provisional, we can change it. Let's just place it here for now. Let's see. Do we have enough for research yet? We do. Come, let's get shipping. I still need a name for island too. What will this be? Actually, you know what? I think let's leave that for next time. I'm looking at this and it seems like we are well on our way to getting our shipping up and running, and at that point we can actually get to a point where people on this island will not slowly be starving to death, which of course they will until I can import some potatoes for them to eat. One thing I can probably give them here is a well. I think that is possibly important. Well, be that as it may, I think let's leave that for next time. Oh, look at that. This game has some truly impressive visual moments, I must say. In any case, this has been great. I hope to see you next time when we try to get this colony up and running and get some shipping lanes set up. Thanks for joining. See you next time.